Hi guys, and welcome to a new anime podcast episode. I am Mr. RG, your host, and I am with my co-host Jaian. How are you doing today?
Bro, I'm good. We're doing a koala cast here. I'm excited about this. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Anime Podcasters, guys. We are about to bring RG to a new level of the podcast. Usually, the new guys, when they come in, we don't give him the koala cast episode right away, but I want to give him the full anime podcasters experience. And koala casting is basically an open conversation about anime. And I don't know where he's about to take us, but he's taking the lead on this one, and I'm here for it.
Thank you very much, Jaian. Yeah, it took me a lot of time to explain me what was a koala podcast because I'd never heard that term before.
Very true, very true.
So I wanted to talk about the anime that we watch and about the anime that we don't watch.
Yeah.
Because you asked me you introduce me to your podcast and you say, you listen to the same kind of anime as Hotshot.
Yes,
Listen
you
to
and
kind of
Hotshot
anime.
definitely have more in common than you and I.
Exactly. And but I still watch a lot of anime that you watch, like
Yeah, of
My
course.
Hero Academia and all the shonen.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jan, there's like such a varied anime. Like, why don't you watch certain type of anime and I'll give you some classics, for example, that I would really like you to try one time. Have you ever heard of Love is War?
I have heard of Love is War. Just by name, though. I think it popped up on Twitter once or twice. I've heard good things about it. I think it was appreciated by the community. But just by the title of it, it sounds like a very intense anime. I feel like, what is it, like action, no romance? Like, total guess here.
I wouldn't say action. It's more comedy romance. So basically,
Okay.
the point is very interesting. The love is a war. When two people decide to go together, there's a person that decide and the person that is submitted. And the point of this show is the first person that declared his love to the other person is the submissive person. He's a person that's always going to be under. And this is a show where the two main characters are trying to make the other one say first that he liked the other one.
Okay. Weird. Honestly, first impression, weird. Very weird concept. Definitely another lingo that we use here on the podcast, Gab, is a hotshot show. Hotshot show means that Hotshot would like the show. So
I'm pretty
Hotshot
sure he
show-
already watched it.
Yeah, Hotshot. I'm pretty sure he would have watched that. That sounds right up his alley. I actually tried to pitch Hotshot on like what I believe was the most like probably perverted anime I've seen, and like it's weird.
What kind of anime? You said per what?
Perverted, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know Hotshot was so similar to me.
So that anime is great teacher Onizuka.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
You know about that one?
Yeah, I watched like maybe half of it.
Yeah. Can we agree it's definitely a hotshot show?
I will agree, but Hotshot hasn't made me a list of his anime that he listened to, but that seems like his kind of anime right now.
I thought he would love it. Man watched one episode and then he's like, nah, it's not for me. You know why?
Because it's too old? Yeah, it's just... Well,
But it's got that anime aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? It's got that vibe. It's got that, it looks vintage.
Yeah, but I mean, some people don't like it. Like, me too. I really like this show, but like, I drop off a little bit. I drop off the half of the show because I really don't like old show aesthetics. So, and this is also
Really?
why.
That's
Yeah.
weird to me. That's the good stuff, yo.
Well, speaking of the good stuff, an old show that you watch and I know you like and I never watch. Have you ever heard of a show? It's called Cowboy what? Cowboy Bebop.
Yo,
Never watched a
this is
single
the
episode.
best. Yo, Cowboy Bebop is one of those shows that I love.
Well, all I know is the end, and which is sad because of the meme and stuff.
Yeah. It's the ending is definitely out there. But like GoProKyo loves the show as well. Cowboy Bebop is an anime classic. Watanabe is a mastermind of anime. The recent live action though that came out, I don't know if you knew this. Kyo and I did a whole podcast series. Like all we did was cover Cowboy Bebop, like live action news.
No, I didn't know.
I would cover I did a literal like 10 episode series podcast on it. Okay, Like every time we had enough news, I would hit up Kyo, be like, "Oh, we have all this news. Drop an episode. Drop an episode. Drop an episode." And we're like hyping it up, like, "Oh, it's gonna be good. Oh, Watanabe's involved. They got Yoko Kanno, the original composer. Like they got like, they got this and they got that, and like, they got the
Isn't it by Netflix?
the writer.
Is it by Netflix?
Yes.
It cancels everything. I mean, it's a
Just
Netflix
let me get
anime
to the point.
adaptation.
Let me get to the point. I know that's the main Netflix adaptation, but anyway, all this good stuff, bro. They dropped the series. I watched the first episode. I'm like, I tell Kyo, we're not reviewing this. He's like, but the whole point of the podcast is like, we're gonna review it after. I was like, it's so bad.
Yeah, but
It was very average. It was better than Death Note, but Death Note live action set the bar so low, bro, that like, anything would have been that.
My sister watched the Dead Note
Live action?
Live action
I'm
is like,
sorry.
oh, this is why you're into anime. I'm like, I am not into anime because of that.
You know what pissed me off the most about the Death Note live action? You know how Light Yagami in Death Note, the anime, is super secretive?
Yeah,
Like, no one knows about the Death Note except, like, Misa, because, like,
yeah, because power.
because she also has Rem as a Shinigami and everything. In the live action, our Light Yagami has the Death Note out and open in the gymnasium. And then Mia Sutton, not Misa Amane, shows up. She's like, "What you got there?" He's like, "I can't tell you." Puts it away. And she barely lightly presses him, and he goes, "This is my Death Note if I write people's name again." And it was like, what? You gave away the biggest plot. It was the most ridiculous thing. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't saw the live action, but to me, it sounds like he's gonna meet Elle, and Elle's gonna be like, "Did you kill those person? No. Are you sure? Well, actually, how did that know that he's gonna be like?"
I gotta say, Elle was a good one.
All right.
Elle was all right. Ryuk was cool. Ryuk was probably the best part of that whole live action. But
Did he keep the cake though? Did he keep the cake and all the sugar?
He was eating a bunch of candy and stuff.
Okay.
Like, they actually put in an effort with Elle. There was an attempt, but like, bro, like the Light Yagami actor, who was it? It was the guy in the Naked Brothers band. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, don't ask me for a name.
Oh, no. Forgettable.
First rule of Mr. RG: don't ask the name. I don't remember.
So basically, all this to say that really of a letdown of a live action. We've covered other live action animes. There's one live action anime that we covered.
Which one?
I'm trying to remember
Which one would
the
be
name.
good enough?
Oh, what was the name of it? It was. Let me look it up for a second here. Give me a second here. I remember covering it with Morgan, who came on. If you just give me like a minute, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah. Take your time.
Because like it was worth. Yes. Okay. Alita Battle Angel is this anime that has like maybe it's like an ONA, I think. It's got like 2 or 3 episodes that came out like 80s. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on this, guys. I'm really like recollecting from like bare parts of memory. But long story short, best anime live action, Alita Battle Angel. So good. They really nailed that one. It is the one and only. The worst anime live action though.
I mean, it's kind of sad that like the anime that I've never seen or have heard of like has the best one.
Yeah,
I totally believe you because all the other one that were done by a certain company with a big red N were not really that good.
Let's just say that. Okay, I'll put it this way: the worst anime live action ever, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh my god. I've seen a review of it. It's like it's a meme fest. It's so funny to see because like you know the rule when some things get so too much get too bad, it becomes good because it's like so funny to watch. It's like, where's this character? Where's the Dragon Ball? Where is the what is it called again? With the Kaioken? What's everything? Like no, they got nothing. They got like Piccolo, I guess. Did they have Piccolo?
I feel like they have Piccolo. I never actually watched it.
Well, I think they have Piccolo, but they don't have like Krillin. They don't have like half of the guy.
They don't have Krillin. I remember this because Team 4-Star came out with this like trailer for it, like as a joke, and they're like, watch him and his best friend go on an adventure. Where is his best friend? We're halfway through the movie and we still haven't seen Krillin.
Krillin getting owned another time.
Yeah, the Krillin own count just went up by another one.
And you know another anime that has pretty low. I mean, at the beginning, pretty low quality graphics that I never started for this reason, and the other obvious one is One Piece. Like I tried to watch maybe 5 episodes of it because everybody says that it's so great, but it's so old the animation.
The thing is, you got to be careful with this one. This one's got a huge fan base, and one of our cast members, a ginger, loves this anime. I have
yeah.
never seen Hotshot as lit up for an anime as One Piece.
But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm pretty sure it's one of the best anime out there. But I'm like, how many episodes?
It's over 1,000 episodes.
No, but like how many episodes before I start to like it? You know?
That's different for everyone though.
Yeah. Some people it's like 5. Some people it's like 1.
Some people it's like the
200.
first frame. They're like, I'm locked in. For me, one of those animes where I felt locked in was Yu Yu Hakusho.
What's Yu Yu
Yu Yu Hakusho is a spirit detective anime. In the first minute, okay, it's Yusuke Urameshi, okay, this green shirt guy, and long story short, he in the first minute of the episode gets hit by a car and dies. So right away you're like super intrigued, and it's basically about the spirit detective that like hops between the human world and the demon world, to go on these missions. And his first few missions like kind of recruit his crew. He has this guy called Hiei Kurama, Kuwabara, which is like a high school bully thing,
and you got into this anime really quick
because it got me intrigued. It came out in the 90s. It definitely has that old school anime aesthetic to it, but it's super good, and it's one of the best English dubs out there.
Well, I would gladly when we're gonna have Hotshot on the podcast, I would gladly like to discuss with you which anime for me who doesn't really like old animation should I start, Cowboy Bebop or One Piece?
Oh my gosh!
I'll let you guys fight.
GoPro and Hotshot on the podcast with you, and we can start that conversation. And I think we could definitely have an interesting talk. But I feel like the thing is though, RG, when we talk about Cowboy Bebop or One Piece, these are very respected series in the anime domain.
I respect them.
Like they are great. Although I'm very fearful for One Piece, specifically because I don't know if you heard about this, but there is a One Piece live action by Netflix in the works.
Oh, that will mean more memes. What can I say? I can't
That's
complain.
literally going to be it. It will flop.
Yeah, it will flop. I don't have any doubt in my mind. But I don't understand why they keep making it. Like everybody has like so
because they want to be the ones that outdoes everyone else.
At being bad.
At being good. The thing is,
I mean good.
Listen,
where's the good?
For example, okay, none of them. Okay, Alita Battle Angel is so far best one.
Yeah.
Death Note, terrible, like we said.
Yeah.
However, the Cowboy Bebop one, good, in the sense that it's better than Death Note. It's only improving. No, the Cowboy Bebop one was very much better. Like, I would give the Cowboy Bebop one a 5.5 out of 10. It is watchable. You gotta sit through it. It is watchable.
Yeah, but like, it's because you're putting the bar so low. Then
But
you're like,
we can only improve with time. I don't think we can regress. Look at it. Dragon Ball Evolution, Death Note, Cowboy Bebop. These, like, Death Note is better than Dragon Ball. There's like an evolution. Like, we're learning here.
Well, I mean, I really hope they continue to go way up because I know there's other live action that was made. Like, what is the series again? It's like one of the most popular one. Full Metal Alchemist. Have you seen this one?
I have seen bits and bobs of it, but I haven't seen all of Mel.
Well, I've seen the animation and stuff, and they're like trying to recreate it. And the
wait,
were not
they
like
did
great.
a live action of this one?
They did the live action of this one, and they tried to recreate like the alchemy that the spells that they were doing.
Oh,
and I was we do not have the technology.
No. The thing is, the second you mess around with lore, and like the alchemy is all the lore in Full Metal Alchemist, you are playing with the fan base's heart. I mean, even just making the live action itself is playing with the fan base's heart. But like, I feel like there's a disconnect here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's hard to translate these animes into real life. It really is difficult. But we're only improving with time, and I think we're gonna get to that point where we're like, you know what, this series did it right.
Yeah, I think one time is gonna happen. One time, one series will do it right. But when? Which one? I don't know.
Could be One Piece.
Could be One Piece.
But I think it will fall.
I hope it's gonna be One Piece. But I hope it's gonna be One Piece. It's such a massive fan base.
Yeah. If it works out right, if One Piece works out right, like we could be in a place where like every year we could see a My Hero Academia one, and we could see an Attack on Titan one, we could see a One Punch one. You know, like it could really happen.
I see, I see. So, Jan, just going back on our earlier topic. So, you said right now that you don't really watch romance anime. Have you tried other like classics, like for example, Mirai Nikki?
Of course, I've seen
Okay,
Future
so
Diary. I've seen all of Future Diary.
okay, you've seen all
Future
of
Diary
Diary.
is one of those animes that really, really is well made. As a character, is one of the craziest creations ever. She is insane, but she does it so well, and I
Yeah.
feel like she inspired. She was definitely a character type that was maybe done before, but not as well as her, and it really made it 20 times
It's
more
Mark.
interesting.
Yeah.
And the thing, the game too,
The game.
the game in Future Diary.
Okay, I mean, I was like, there's a video games? Where?
No. The actual game, the actual like plot of Future Diary, with people having different diaries with different powers,
Yeah, and all the powers are so well made because everyone is overpowered in a different way.
Yes.
So when everybody's overpowered, nobody's overpowered.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I fair enough. Like, no, definitely a good one. I like Future Diary.
You know this is the first anime that I ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, and at first I was watching anime.
That's
I was
a
like,
weird
oh.
one for your first one. Future Diary, really? Huh?
Well, at first I was watching it and I was like not sure if I was liking it, but I was with a time with a partner that was like, oh, let's start with anime. Let's watch anime. I was like, sure, anything to make you happy. And when the show started to become, let's say, a little bit crazy, a little bit the plot started to really kicked in. I was
Right.
like, oh my god, I am hooked. And then I finished the show and I'm like, what other series are like this? I want more. And I started to watch all the classics.
Yeah.
One of the series that I don't think has what I hooked up really early, and I don't think it has had enough recognition is Recreator. Do you know what it is?
Yes, I've heard of Recreator.
You heard? Have you watched it?
No.
You will watch it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is not an opinion. This is a thread. I'm kidding, by the way. So yeah, the plot is amazing. It's basically your creation, your character that you spend time drawing or fantasizing in your head. They come to life, and they meet their creator, and then they fight. And since it's character from all the universe, detective. What is it called, like Sailor Moon character,
Yeah.
kind of character, character like that are good with sword or with gun. They all fight together, and it's like such a fun thing to see. I'm like, oh, I love this series, and I don't understand why they didn't get like as much hype as like almost as much hype as big series like Attack on Titans or other ones, because the animation was crazy.
Man, Attack on Titan, as we are recording this, is very close to release.
Yeah.
However, as you are listening to this, the first few episodes of this new season, I'm honestly confused.
About what?
The final season, part 1, and now we're final season part
Season part
2.
two.
But then final season part 3 is split into 2 parts.
It's like
Did
the
you know
five.
this? Did you know this? That
I didn't know.
Final season. So this season is coming out is not the last one. There's gonna be another one after this one. If I'm understanding that, the reason why is because the studio realized we still have a lot of content to go through, and we can't really just do it with like one last part. But it's really the milk cow of anime memes for me right now. Like, this final season stuff has been going on for years.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm really glad that they continue because at a
It's such a
certain
good series.
point.
I love Attack on Titan. Yeah.
But like, I think after like the first or the second season, we didn't have like any other season for like almost like 4 years. So
Right.
I'm just really glad that they continue to do it.
No, for sure. Are you all caught up on Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I'm all caught up, and that it's putting me to my next topic. Did you read the manga?
I don't read manga.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good good thing because you know which manga that I read fully?
Attack on Titan?
No,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Naruto.
no.
Can you give me a hint? Give me a hint.
Well,
love this.
it's one of the best animation, and there's a little guy with his fire sword,
Yeah.
or mostly water most of the time. Sometimes water, sometimes fire. Do you have any idea?
Future Trunks? No, I'm kidding.
Nezuko-chan.
No, I don't know.
Nezuko, you don't know who's Nezuko
Nezuko.
is?
Oh my gosh. Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, of course.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
So,
I should know this.
So
Roast me in the comments.
So I think like that's another subject because sometimes you see a series like I think most of the times, anime they make money through promoting the manga. So sometimes what you do is that you buy the manga and you read the whole story. And then you're like, oh, wow, that's great. I'm glad I finished the story. But like, then they start doing the anime of the whole series, like Demon Slayer. And I'm like, I don't get like as excited because I know what's going to happen to the story. And I kind of have this feeling of regrets when I see Demon Slayer. Like, do you think like I know you don't read manga, but if you but like if you saw if you let's say that you read manga usually,
Yeah.
and you see you have like a really good series called Attack on Titan, would you like would you and you know it's gonna be an anime like because it's like so good, would you wait like years for like all the series to be animated to see the end of the story on your screen, or would you like just read it right now so you don't have to wait?
Oh, I see what you mean. You know what? I'm not sure which one I would pick. What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of both?
So for the manga, well, you have your answer right now.
Yeah.
You can kind of go to your pace, and it's a little bit more your imagination.
Right.
You never hear the characters, so it's through your pace. And yes, I think it's really more about like, and some people prefer to read it, and also sometimes when you do the animation. Some part of the story are not put on the screen, and so you miss some crucial, not yeah, we can say crucial part of the story that you would miss. So I guess the manga has a reader doesn't definitely have this advantage, but I think when the series really well animated on the TV, it can bring you a whole new set of emotion. When when I think about how I felt when I read Demon Slayer versus when I watch a series, it's two completely different emotion.
Okay. I don't know. I've always been an anime guy. I can't do manga personally. No, I could do manga for sure.
You don't have the budget, that's why.
No, no, no.
I'm gonna help you, Jay.
No, you can find manga. The one manga I have read, to be honest, in the last year is the Dragon Ball Super one, just because I've been waiting on the anime to release episodes and we've only gotten 2 movies. Look, I don't want to sound like an ungrateful fan. I love those 2 movies. The Gohan movie and the Broly movie, both amazing. But I've been waiting for a series since 2018. It's been 5 years, fam. Half a decade, if you think about it.
True.
You know, half a decade. And that's a huge amount of time. So for me, I was like, I gotta know what happens next. So I found this YouTube video. It's like a 6-hour long video by this YouTuber, this Dragon Ball freak, which I love Dragon Ball freaks. I'm a Dragon Ball freak myself. And he just basically had a whole breakdown of all the Boros arc. Like everything that happens, and like reads all the characters like bubbles, everything, breaking down, listen, with music and everything. It was really well produced, and I loved it. It's like a 6-hour long video. Did great.
So you will not read a manga, but you will listen to a guy about reading about the manga.
I think being an audio engineer, I like audiobooks. I like podcasts.
Did you think some manga and audiobooks could work?
100%.
Which one? Do you have an example in mind? Because I think about like some great story when where you don't see everything.
You know what? I think Death Note would work well.
That will work well, but like
yeah, audiobook of Death Note.
Like if you go back to the same example, like Demon Slayer and an audiobook, could it work?
I feel like it's like too action based.
Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop could maybe work. Yeah. The thing is, I know some people. Let me walk that back. I feel like some people, such as myself, would enjoy listening to an anime instead of watching it. And hear me out. Yeah. Imagine having the anime audio track. So you would have the voiceover, the sound effect design, the music, all of that, and video description. Video description being like character A punches towards character B, and just listening to the audio of that instead of watching it could be an interesting way to like digest anime.
Yeah, because the older we're gonna get, the less time we're gonna have to watch all those anime.
Absolutely. And the thing is too, like, I think that anime is a good way to just enjoy yourself and just like relax the brain. For me personally, so there's different mediums in how to do that.
Do you have any guilty pleasure anime? I mean, you don't watch perv anime, but like maybe you have something different in Dragon Ball and Demon Slayer.
Dragon Ball is I love it.
You watch it for like the 260th time.
Right now, like I'm just really enjoying Chainsaw Man and My Hero.
You watch only one episode of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna watch another one.
Trust me, you're gonna enjoy the rest.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, it's one of those good ones, and I'm just looking forward to. Well, obviously it's out by the time we're talking about this, but the next Attack on Titan season, super excited about that.
But those are like those are like main dish. You don't have like little pleasure on the side because
One of the ones that I really like was what you know. What? I love the Studio Ghibli stuff.
Yeah.
I think I've seen all the Studio Ghibli.
I think that counts. Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, for sure. If not Studio Ghibli, I really enjoyed Terror in Resonance. That was another one that came out like in 2014.
Yeah, you introduced it to me, but that's another anime that was like, what's happening?
Masterpiece for me. It's by the same creator as Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
Yeah.
that I didn't know.
Yeah, very cool anime. Very, 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 very interesting. You know, the plot real quick for the audience here. I've said it so many times on the podcast, but it's one of those topics that I could talk about for hours. Long story short, we're in modern day Tokyo. Sorry, we're in modern day Japan. And there's this random YouTube video that gets uploaded of two teenagers wearing masks, and they say there's going to be sparks flying in the Shinjuku area of town, and there's basically this riddle about a bombing happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bombing happens, and the only evidence the police has is that video. And we really see the series throughout the perspective of the
two characters,
two characters, and it's one of those slow. Well, it's only 11 episodes, but the plot unwinds very quickly. Very cool anime for sure.
Yeah, I think the story and the animation of the story was cool. I'm glad that for a series that was not like. I mean, I don't know if it was popular, but I think it got the representation that it deserved.
No, absolutely, it did. I wonder if they're going to do anything for the 10-year anniversary of it, because we're coming up on the 10 years of.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, it came out in 2014.
We're not getting any younger, are we?
No, man. I started that. Do you know when I think about it? Like, I started this podcast. I was 21 years old.
21. And how old are you right now?
Right now, I'm 28.
28. Oh,
yeah.
And how old I am, Jaian? How old am I?
You're 27.
Thank you for reminding me, Jaian.
Yeah, you're bad with names and ages. And remembering your age and your name.
I remember my age.
Yeah. You gotta work on remembering your name more.
And you need to remember to say my online name and stop doxing me.
No, have I said it so far?
So far, you didn't say
exactly.
it. Exactly. Right.
When the recording switch goes on, I know what to say. I don't forget. I'm telling you. You'll see as you do more of these episodes. There's like a recording switch that goes off. But to get back on the anime thing, I wanna say like two more things, and then we'll slowly start wrapping it up. But basically, what I really like about doing with this podcast is being able to combine it with the music. And we just on episode 148, we just did the anime music episode, which is really fun. And I want to start doing more like music-based stuff on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to just do like soundtrack breakdowns and stuff like that, and include more like of the audio world of anime. Would that be any interesting to you? You think?
I could play triangle.
Oh, perfect. But like, you know, like like I said in the anime music one, I have the Tapion theme that hit 1 million. As I'm recording this, you know, thank you so much. As I'm recording this, I have a One Piece cover on the way to 1 million, and I feel like by the time I release this episode, we're gonna be very close, and I'll be in the midst of ordering my next plaque. And I want to delve more into that. I really enjoy doing that with the anime music and combining the podcast with the music. It's one of those. 148 was one of those rare opportunities where I got to do that. But I like to do it more. The last thing I want to do is let's just establish this. What's your least favorite anime ever? I just kind of want to end on a weird note like that. Why not? You know, what's your least favorite anime?
Yeah. I think that's a fair point. We talk about a lot
Like
of the things that we like.
Like, what do you despise?
An anime that I really didn't like. It's kind of hard for me to remember because my brain's like, don't remember it. That's pretty bad. Honestly, are you putting me on the spot?
I could go first if you want.
Yeah, go first before me. I'll think about it.
For me, the first few seasons of...
If you say one of the anime that I like, this podcast may not end well.
So, the first few seasons of it, I loved it. Sword Art. But when it got to Gun Gale...
Oh, yeah.
Gun Gale, Sword Art Online? No.
A little bit too spicy. Not spicy. A little bit too...
Bad.
Jail time for me. I'll call it like that. It was a bit too much jail time for me. Was a little bit...
the anime's called Jail Time?
No.
Gun Gale. You're talking about Gun Gale.
Yeah, I'm talking about Gun Gale. I'm thinking about certain scene.
I only watched the first, like, few episodes and I was like, this is boring. I don't even know more about the content of it itself, but like Gun Gale just was not it. It was not it. It was not the right turn. But yeah, is there one that comes to mind when I mention Gun Gale that you dislike?
Well, the Sword Art Online second part is definitely up there.
I'm glad we agree on that.
Yeah, I'm glad to agree on that. It's basically a story about a sister and a brother that gets that they're just hanging out, and a meteor crash, and I think that it hits them, and it like maybe kill them, maybe like it put them in a bad condition, and the girl becomes a monster that is cannibal, and the guy get also affected and got like superpower, but like basically he got like super regeneration, and basically the sister like tried to keep her human form, and she needs to eat flesh, so she keeps eating her brother all the times, and while doing it she makes some like really weird noise. So you have a cannibalism brother sister loving story
Is it
with aliens.
Darker Than Black?
Well, you need to show me the picture. It's like it's so bad and it's so disturbing. Is that it?
I mean, I just googled anime Meteor brother and sister, and it gave me this Darker Than Black.
I think it's this one. Just write cannibalism and like that's pretty much it. But I'll definitely try to maybe put the name on the description. Well, and then we don't have the description. Try to find a way to give you the title when I'll figure out
I
it.
think it looks like it's Darker Than Black. That's what it looks like.
It's supposed to be old and it's supposed to be not good.
Well, this one came out in 2009. Darker Than Black, fall 2009. Broadcast unknown. Produced by Aniplex. And if I go Darker Than Black and I type in cannibalism, let's see if it gives me that, because I think that it looks like it has a brother and sister in it, you know, so it could be that one. Honestly, cannibalism. Yeah.
No, I think I found it.
What is it?
I think it's Pupa.
Pupa?
It's called Pupa. About done by the parents. I'm reading around all the synopsis. Done by the parents. Oh yeah, they're getting affected by pupa, grotesque metamorphosis, monster creature, desire of flesh. Yeah, that's it. That's
Really, pupa?
That's pupa.
How do you spell it?
Pupa.
Really?
So obviously I'm not gonna go up. I think just with the description, brothers and sister eating each other while moaning. This is basically the anime.
Yeah.
Do not watch it. It's at your own risk
on my
to compare it.
anime list, 3.3 out of 10.
Oh yeah, and it's because how people are trying. It's supposed to be way lower than that.
Okay, let's leave it on this. Let's read the top review.
Oh my god, it's a full full paragraph.
But yeah, but these sometimes people go in. So let me leave you guys with this. When I first heard of Pupa, it seemed rather interesting and worth looking forward to. Based on the horror manga with the same name, Pupa tells a story about two orphan siblings who only have each other to rely on after severe domestic violence. However, one day they are both infected with the Pupa. I can't do it with the Pupa, bro. Pupa virus, which turns the younger sister Yume into a grotesque man-eating monster, while the older brother Utsutsu gains regenerative abilities. This is, to put it bluntly, an exciting premise, and Pupa appeared to have all the elements to make a memorable horror anime. While there had been mixed opinions from those who had read the manga, I figured that at the very least it would make for an experience unlike any other in recent years. What I personally found to be noteworthy was, you know what, I'm not going to go through all this.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I
text.
mean, listen, it's probably got a good setup, but it falls flat.
Yeah, I mean the idea, the beginning of the idea is not that bad. Like orphanage, cruelty, need to keep their identity secret so they don't reveal that his sister is like a grotesque man-eating monster. But the execution. Why would they put like a loving? Why would they put like brother and sister loving in that? Like it's so weird. Like it's not scary. Oh, and the guy put a rating of 1.
Yeah. To end, it says, exactly to who is Pupa aimed towards? Fans of the manga will be disappointed with this mess of an adaptation, while anime viewers will be utterly confused. I cannot come up with any good explanation myself other than that this is the worst anime I've ever seen. Okay, fair enough. Obviously, your opinion is shared. I think this one is worse than Gun Gale from what I'm getting from the community.
I personally think that I would love to watch like more and all that crazy stuff more than another episode of that. Like it's so.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. All right, let's leave it there. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of
Anime Podcasters.
There you go. A little bit of French in there at the end. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Hey guys, Hotshot here. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Anime Podcasters. We have over 100 other episodes for your entertainment found wherever podcasts are available, such as Spotify. We also release new episodes twice a month, so keep an ear out for us. You can follow the podcast at Anime Podcasters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and JaianMusic's YouTube channel. Jaian himself can be found on social media at JaianMusic, as well as his own website, JaianMusic.com. Kyo, our artist for the podcast, can be found on Twitter and YouTube at GoProKyo, as well as his website, ccartgalleryportfolio.com. As for me, Hotshot, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter at HotshotGinger. As always, guys, thanks for listening to us. Hope to talk to you soon. Take care.